After losing the presidential elections of 1960 to John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon was quoted saying, "People look at JFK and they see who they want to be. They look at me and they see who they are. No wonder," said Nixon, "they like Kennedy better than me." This election cycle, both candidates have the highest negative ratings in the US history. Maybe, following Nixon's logic, this is because many of us see ourselves in Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. People who don't like Donald Trump see his biggest problem in the fact that he does spontaneous things and makes impromptu posts on social media. They say he does not understand the importance that every word and every action of his carry. Simply put, he underestimates his own power. I suppose that on some level we have the same problem when it comes to dealing with our spiritual lives. A lot of times we underestimate the importance of our every word and every action when it comes to doing mitzvahs. Does God really care if I eat something non-kosher? Does it make a difference if I have a mezuzah on my door? All these questions are asked because we, like Trump, don't understand the importance of our every deed. Every word of a presidential candidate is heard far beyond the audience in front of him. Every mitzvah we do has an effect far beyond the physical world we see in front of us. We allow ourselves to pass on a mitzvah only because we don't realize it. I can imagine the angels are looking at us just like traditional Republicans are looking at Donald Trump during a debate. One angel is moaning, "Here he misses another chance." Another angel is yelling, No, don't get sidetracked. Don't take the bait. Stay on message. Focus on the mitzvahs." A third angel is complaining, "How can you trust God's commandments to such a people?" People ask, why do I need to read prayers from a prayer book that was written by some rabbis? Shouldn't prayers come from my heart? Trump's strength is that he's talking from his heart, but this is also his biggest weakness. The whole country is yelling at him to get on a teleprompter. For delivering an important address, every speaker uses speechwriters because every word he says carries a lot of weight. If an official has to speak to people from a prepared text, shouldn't we address God from a prepared text? But then there are those of us who understand the importance of every action, and they understand it too well, and therefore don't want anyone finding out what they're doing. This is why they make their own private servers. And majority of Americans see Clinton's server as a problem because they believe that she made it in order to hide her email communications. So maybe we don't like Clinton so much because we also create our own private servers and we try to hide our actions from those around us. If there is one thing we learned from the Clinton scandal, is that there is no such a thing as secrets in the modern world. You are trying to make sure your wife won't find out something, and Putin in Russia already knows about it. Torah tells us that we should live our lives always bearing in mind that there is an eye watching us from above. Private servers don't work. And we learned that whatever you do on the internet does not disappear and does not get erased, ever. Every word and every deed is recorded, even if you smash your iPhone with a hammer. Many people are uncomfortable with religion because of this very idea. They don't like thinking that someone is watching their every step. The Clintons' story is telling us that if you assume that no one knows what you are doing, think again. Why are people so infatuated with the election campaigns? I might have an answer. They say a man was bragging to his friends that during all the years of his marriage, he never argued with his wife once. How's it possible? Asked those around. Very simple. I make all the big decisions, says he, and my wife makes all the small ones. But how do you decide which decisions are big and which decisions are small? Asked the people around. This is very easy as well. I make all the big decisions, like whether to invade Iraq or to bomb ISIS. And she makes all the small decisions, like where to buy a house or where to send our kids to school. Many people are drawn into the political food fight because it is much easier for us to discuss the big decisions than the small ones. It is simpler to discuss how to make America great again than how to make our own lives great again. We are blessed with living in a democracy, and participating in the country's political process is very important. But it cannot be instead of us working on our own personal progress. Hasidic tradition teaches that we should learn a lesson for our personal lives from everything we see. The point of this video is to learn a lesson for ourselves from what we see in the news. Right as the election campaigns are going to be ending in the beginning of November, we are starting a new series of classes, How Success Thinks. These classes will be discussing how to make our own lives great again, as they are going to be focusing on Torah's approach for setting yourself up for success. For more information about the classes and to sign up, visit our website arielcenter.org.